So, Stuart from MOGWAI, how's the tour going so far?
Going really well. This is the fifth one tonight in Glasgow, and we've done four ones in Stirling, Paisley, Perth, and Aberdeen. And the only place of there that we'd played before was Aberdeen, so it was all quite new as well. It's good, been good.
It's like even the venue tonight, it's like the last time I was in here, there was a quick draw shootout competition at the end of the night. Is there going to be any of that tonight?
I'm hoping there's going to be zero shooting. I definitely, especially if it involves us getting shot. So no, I think it's just us playing our music in a very American environment.
What's the choice of the venue all about? And it's a kind of different venue for you guys.
We just wanted to play somewhere we'd never played before, and this kind of tours like the warm up tour, so we didn't. It's before the record comes out, so we didn't want to do a big massive thing. And yeah, it just seemed like a good idea. Although I hadn't really thought about how small the stage was when we decided, but we'll squeeze on.
Squeeze all the equipment in.
Just
I've seen all the guys trying to push it all on stage there, like.
They're really hating it. It's quite funny. Except I'm the one who's going to have to try and stand on it and play music, but they look quite distressed.
How is it playing like the new songs live then? Just like a few.
It's been good. To be honest, we're more prepared with the new ones than the old ones because we took so long sorting all the new ones out. We didn't actually get around to practicing any of the old ones, so we've just been doing them at sound checks. So it's been a few howlers, but
this is like the first. I suppose this is the last time you'll see Glasgow in quite a few many months. You've got quite a few dates ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm back for a couple of days just before we go away again. But yeah, it's a lot of touring.
Is that something you guys looking forward to it? Is that something you enjoy as a band?
I think we like playing. The travelling gets quite tiring, but yeah, we like getting to play our songs loud to folk.
Staying on the bus for like 5 months.
I'm not a big bus fan. Yeah, I'm not a big bus fan. I like the social element of the bus.
Yeah.
Not so much the sleeping in a bus side of it.
The smelliness.
I'm probably the provider of the smells, to be totally honest. But,
how do you keep going? I think the last date that's listed on the website is like May sometimes. That's like.
Aye, and there's more after that.
What do you do to keep going to kind of
crack?
What's a crack?
No, just I don't know. I mean, it's not really. You can't really complain about it too much when you think of folk with really proper hard jobs, you know. So that's okay.
So even listening to the album as well. It's like, how was that whole process for you? You spent this summer doing it.
Yeah, it was good. Spent a month in Blantyre, and then 3 weeks in Anderston. So it's really picturesque. As you can imagine.
It was, of course. I know it all too well. So I was thinking even just about the fact that Paul Savage from Chem 19, Chemical Underground recorded it. How was that working with him again?
It was good. I mean, we've obviously known Paul a long time. He made a lot of our early records, and he's just a friend of ours too. So it was just nice getting to spend some time with him, and he's a really good engineer. So no, it was great.
Even listening to the album as well, it's got a really expansive sound. And looking at an album he did recently as well, the Phantom Band album. Like, do you think he's got a quality to him? Do you think he brought a lot to the table?
Yeah, he's good. I mean, it's kind of like having someone else in the band with suggestions, and just he knows us quite well, so he knows when we can play things better or when we can't play things better. So no, it was definitely good, and I really liked the Johnny album as well. Have you heard that with Euros from Gorky's Psychotic Monkey and Norman Blake? We were listening to that in the car the other day. It's really good too. So Paul's been doing a lot of good stuff recently.
Do you think he brought anything extra to the table, like perhaps like some of the songs written before you went in?
Yeah, we had that. We were quite well prepared actually. So yeah, it was all done.
Did he bring any kind of extra studio tricks to like get a particular sound or anything like that?
I don't know. I think it was more just musical suggestions and stuff. He spent a long time working with Martin on the drums. Really thinking things through because he's a drummer as well. So yeah, no, he definitely played his part.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the guys from the Phantom Band recently, and we kind of had a conversation about the influence that Chemical Underground in the studio what it had for kind of Scottish music over the past 15 years. Do you have any comments on? Obviously, that was the label you guys started on as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had a kind of massive effect on our career's a bit of a horrible word, but what's happened to us, they kind of had a lot of belief in us early on, and we were lucky. Those first couple of records we did really well, and yeah, and I mean even before that, the kind of success they'd had with Biss getting in the charts, like, and how good those Arab Strap albums were, really just kind of just had a really good atmosphere of sort of possibility, which definitely we were inspired by and definitely helped us too.
Do you think that was part of the reason why you guys wanted to set up your own label, like Rock Action? Because I mean, you guys have put out like excellent records, like the Errors record. And stuff like that.
that was a inspiration. I mean, really, kind of that was what we were thinking. Like, well, if we can do something like that. So no, it's been. I think it's inspired a lot of small labels in Scotland. Yeah, definitely, independent labels.
So back to the album itself. Was there anything consciously different before you guys went into the studio? Like, we want to try this on this record, or we want to try that?
Not so much. I mean, the songs were quite well written, and the songs ended up being quite different. But I think we knew that before we even went in, just from hearing the demos and stuff. That things had changed a bit.
I think like one that kind of stood out the first listen was like Mexican Grand Prix. It's got a really kind of evolving groove to it, a big crescendo finish. Like, that kind of stands out as it's certainly a different style for you guys. Do you think?
Oh, I know, it's definitely a kind of song that we've never done before. And I originally didn't have any vocals. I just had the sort of computer vocals in the chorus, and it was Luke Sutherland came and played on a lot of the record, and that was like how the idea for that was singing, and it definitely changed the whole way of it. And Paul spent a long time mixing it as well, and it's changed a lot. That's one song that did change a lot from the early recordings of it, but no, it's turned out really good and dead different now.
The vocals kind of drive the dynamic in the tune and stuff like that as well.
No, totally.
It's really well done. So I know you guys always said like you're not, I think it was Barry that said you're not a political band, but the George Square Thatcher Death Party.
Subtle, isn't it?
Slightly subtle political statement.
Yeah, it's more of a sort of just a hint. A hint of political opinion.
This is what we might think if we were politically motivated.
Very much.
So it's like, even though people kind of comment on the names of the tunes and stuff like that all the time, like, for instance, Barry said it wasn't really linked to like what the music is like or any sort of kind of vague idea. Is it still that same sort of process?
Yeah, we've just got a big list of stupid sentences and we just give them to the songs once we're finished.
This one will be called that.
Aye, pretty much.
So you guys are signed to Sub Pop now in America?
Yeah.
When's that been since?
That's just for this record, so that's really recent, yeah. We only kind of signed it all up a couple of months ago.
How's that feel?
It's good, yeah. I mean, we grew up listening to records that they put out, and so that just from a sort of fanboy side is brilliant, but also just they seem really on it. They seem really kind of like to be doing a lot for the record in America. So no, I think so far so good.
You've been singing Chemical Underground, your own label, and now Sub Pop. You've got a really good kind of lineage to be part of. Do you know what I think?
Yeah. Well, I mean Matador too. I mean we were on Matador for a long time, and they've put out some amazing records, and we've been lucky to. I think we've only really been on one stinking label.
Is that Rock Action?
I state the obvious. No, we were on this label in America called Jet Set. They never paid us, but apart from that, it's
still got out
good. Aye.
So I know like you guys have been really vocal about the bands that you've been into in the past, but